So I trained for a summer or a winter, or whatever it was, in Israel. And then the semester came to an end and I went back to the United States, to Los Angeles. And I was looking for a place to train. And my dear friend, Robert Saray, and may he rest in peace, said that, he says, remember our friend Steve Dux? I said, sure, I know Steve Dux. He said, well, his brother Frank teaches around here. I said, Robert, I'm not interested in somebody's brother. I'm looking for a serious martial artist. You know, Steve has a brother who does some karate or something. I'm looking for a serious place. So he said, no, listen, you know, Steve's brother Frank, he was my babysitter. He's a serious guy. He has a serious dojo down in Magnolia. I said, really, I don't think this is for me, but you know, okay, what the heck, we'll give it a try. I go in there, I see the sign, Ryu Ninjitsu, little dojo, all these ninja paraphernalia on the wall, shuriken, ninja stars. That was the whole ninja era in California. Everybody wanted to be a ninja. Great ninja movies were coming out. I went in there, he wasn't there. I filled out a form and said, how do you hear about us? TV, flyer, whatever. And one option was blank, other. And I said, studied with his brother Steve, also known as Yaakov, in yeshiva in Israel, and we were friends from university. And that was it. I went into class, there was some drill sergeant, looked like a bulldog, shouting at us, yelling at us, hitting us. We had toughening drills where they would hit us in the stomach with these sticks, push-ups, whatever. And then this tall man walks in, 6'5" or something, a mountain of a man, big, strong, tall guy with a mustache. He comes over to me and he says, you're Moshe Katz? I said, yeah. You know my brother Steve? Yeah. We'll talk after class. I want to hear everything about him. What's he up to? What's he doing? And he also used me as a demonstration that day, and he gave me a little kick, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But after class, he said to me, you're a friend of my brother's. You train here for free, forever. It's really nice of him. He's a wonderful guy. So during the class, I remember the assistant, who I think of him as the bulldog, said, Shidoshi needs a volunteer for him to demonstrate his sidekick. And nobody raised their hands. And I thought, that's strange. And then he said, when we ask for volunteers, people must volunteer, we have to stand up, etc., etc. He gave this whole inspirational speech to the assistant that we must be ready to volunteer. So I figured after that inspirational speech, everybody's going to raise their hand, but I didn't want to be kicked. So I figured I'll raise my hand, but slowly. And by then, everyone's going to raise their hand high. But guess what? Nobody's hand budged. They already knew it was coming. And I raised my hand just a little bit to be the volunteer. And he said, you, over here, stand here. Shidoshi's going to give a sidekick. I'm telling you, I never felt a kick like that before or after. Kick went straight into my stomach, sent me flying, or it was the chest actually over here, sent me flying to the wall, hit the wall and bounced off. I felt my eyes were going to pop out, my insides were rearranged. And then I was told, Shidoshi said, stand here. Let's do this again. And I was thinking, is there an option, sir, for this volunteering, unvolunteering, getting out of the situation? And he said, when we sign up for a mission, do we back out? Never. No, there is no option, there is no retreat, etc. Stood there again, got kicked again, and after class, Frank put his arm around me and said, no hard feelings, I hope. I said, no hard feelings, just here and throughout the whole body. But that began a good friendship and good training, and I spent the summer there, and when the summer ended, I moved to New York, and then I continued. But before we leave this segment, I still have my t-shirt. This was an original Ryu Ninjitsu t-shirt. Here we have the front, and here we have the back, the art of the ninja. And I remember one day he came in, Shidoshi Frank came in with the t-shirts, and people were wearing all sorts of t-shirts at that time. Madonna, Michael Jackson, and he came and said, no more funky t-shirts. That's it, from today on we wear the Dukes t-shirts and that's it. We're all buying the t-shirts, we're all wearing them, that's our new uniform. I remember his exact words, no more funky t-shirts. And that was a great experience for me.